Hey, hey! Welcome to number one in a series that I'm going to be doing about fitting it all in. This came out of a post I did on my page to say, what do you want to hear about? What do you want to talk about? What topics can I speak to and write in my blog about that could help you and be of great value to you? So this is number one in the series, and I'm calling the series Fitting It All In because that was one of the topics that was suggested to me. Somebody said, please tell me how you fit this all in a day. You're a mom, you have a full-time job, you're a coach, you work on your fitness, all of that stuff. So how do you fit it all in? And I'm here to tell you that I am no different than anybody else, and I have the same 24 hours in a day as everybody else. So I will be sharing with you throughout this series what I do, and if that inspires you to try some new stuff or to make a few changes to your schedule, or even just to start thinking about your own schedule differently or your own commitments differently, then awesome. And I would love to hear what you think, and if you have any questions or if you have any comments along the way, please do share them. So number one in this series, here's what I want to say to you. Be realistic. I want you to think about your life and think about if you were to look at somebody and go, God, how do they fit it all in a day? What are they fitting in? And do you want to fit all those same things into your life? What do you actually want to fit into your life? Is there something in your life that you wish you had time for that you don't feel you have time for? Or is there something you wish you could be doing? Or is there something that you just never feel like you're getting done in a day? What is it that you want to fit in? Everybody has the same 24 hours, like I said, but everybody has different goals, different wants for their family, different stages of where their family is, right? So where you are today is not maybe where you're going to be in 5 years or even 5 months from now. Where are you today? Where do you want to get to? And what are those things that you want to make possible for your family? So for me, fitness, obviously, if you're on this page, you know fitness for me, big deal. That is something that I'm not going to negotiate on. That is something that I make time for in my day. It helps me mentally, it helps me physically, it helps my energy, everything. Plus, it is also part of the business that I built. So that is something that just has to happen and I have to make time in my day. So I figure out when that's going to work for me. That might not be as, sorry, there isn't a hair in my face that is driving me crazy, and I'm just gonna get it before I start to pick my face forever. Anyways, so what was I saying? So that is something that's in it for me. For you, that might be different. You might think something else is more important. So in this, figuring out what you want to fit in your day, you also have to figure out what you can let go in your day. If there's something you want to add in and you don't feel you have time for it, then you might have to think about letting something go. So for example, I'm a person, I have always taken on probably too much, especially because I thrive on being busy. I thrive on having stuff to do and feeling like I'm really accomplishing stuff. That feeling of accomplishment for me is huge. It's part of my love language. I love to know that I've done stuff, I've been productive, I've produced something. Even just updating my website and seeing it come alive on my site, it excites me because there's something somewhat tangible that I have created and I get a big high from that. So I've always been super into taking on a ton of stuff. And that's actually one of my triggers when I know I've taken on too much, is when I'm super busy and something else comes up and I immediately want to say yes. And I immediately want to say, yes, I'll do that. No problem. Let me do that extra project. As I've gotten older, I've realized as soon as I start to feel like I'm eager to take on that next big thing, I have to take a step back. I have to think, am I actually going to have time to do this? I signed on to a board of directors a number of years ago. I really wanted to do it. It was something I wanted to get back involved with. I was super excited about it. It was a time in my life where I was incredibly busy at work. I was dealing with a bunch of stuff at home with the kids, and I thought, yes, this is one more thing that I can do because accomplishment makes me feel better, and obviously I need something more. I need to do more so I can feel better. And I had to step down after about 2 months and 2 meetings. I couldn't handle it. So I have learned where to step back and not say yes to everything. You have to not be afraid to say no. If people get upset with you for saying no to something that you simply can't take on because you just don't feel you have capacity, then they're not thinking about you, they're thinking about how it's impacting them. So don't be afraid to be a little bit selfish. Don't be afraid to say no to something if you simply feel like you just don't have capacity. Or if you feel like your life is crazy busy right now and you are driving your kids to every activity under the sun and you just really wish you had half an hour a day for you to go work out, to go for a walk, to go for a swim, to read a book, to do something, then maybe one of these other things over here that has you spinning has to go. Maybe you have to think of another solution for it. Is there somebody else that could drive your kids once a week to those activities? Are they in it with friends? And could one of the other moms or dads take over? Could you take 30 minutes for yourself while the kids are in activities? So that's when you fit it in. Can you schedule the kids' activities if you have 2 kids like we do? Is there an opportunity for you to schedule the kids' activities at the same time so all the kids are taken care of at the same time and then you have a magic free moment? I have a friend, she goes for runs around the track when her kids are at soccer. And that's her time. Her kids are fully taken care of by the coaches. So that's her time to get done what she needs to do. So what do you want to do? If you don't have time to do that, is there something you could let go? Or is there a way to rearrange your schedule so you can make time for it? Because just because something is the way it is right now and that's the schedule that it is right now doesn't mean it always has to be that way. Our kids, we try and keep them to just a few activities. My daughter really wants to do, what is it that she really wants to do? She really wants to do this theater program. She also really wants to do swimming. She's in Taekwondo twice a week and she goes to Brownies. Like, the kid is maxed out. She has to make a decision, because she knows she needs her free time. I need my downtime. You may or may not know this about me, but I am an extroverted introvert. So I am a very extroverted person, but I have to kind of gear up for it, get my energy up, and be ready to be out there with people. And then I can spend all day talking to people, and I love it, and I'm having a great time. The second it's over, I need to be kind of by myself. I need quiet. I need to not have the cacophony of my house some days. I just need to go and chill out for about half an hour and just kind of be quiet and zone out. And then that is how I regain my energy. So that is something that I have to work into my day as well. So I'm not just go, doing all these things. I know when I need to dial back. I know when I need to step back. The other thing I want you to think about is so for me, I wish I could come home. Sorry, I'm looking at the door because my family's out there. I wish I could come home and have the house spotless when I get home from work or when we get home from running around. I wish our house was spotless all the time. That is never going to happen. That is not realistic. I wish my house was close to spotless. I wish my house was tidy. I wish my house didn't have piles of crap everywhere. But here's the thing. I'm getting my workouts done. My kids are happy and they're playing and they're having fun. They're reading. They're doing all kinds of stuff that I'm happy they're doing. My husband and I are getting date night every now and then. My husband's getting his work done when he works from home. So we are getting the important things that we have made priorities in our life. We are getting those done. So I have to let go of the house being perfect. And that's been a hard struggle for me. That's one thing I've had to let go because I wish it was perfect. I get very stressed out when there's big mess that I did not myself create. But anyways, but all the other stuff is fine and we're fitting all the other stuff in. And once in a while we do a big blitz and we clean up. And I've just had to kind of be okay with it. So to recap, I want you to think about, as we start this journey of fitting it all in, what do you want to fit in? What do you actually want to make time for? Is there stuff you want to make time for, and is there stuff you can let go? Is there stuff that you want to make time for, but now just might not be the right time? I don't want you to put it off and put it off and put it off. Like I did a video a couple days ago about getting ready to get ready to get ready. But if you have kids that are waking up every hour on the hour because they're teeny tiny babies, maybe now is not the right time to make certain changes in your life, or maybe you can make them in a different way. So what do you want to fit in? Is there anything you can cut back on, or what do you have to say no to if you want to add something? You know, and how can you think about your schedule and your life a little bit differently to make things possible? So just some food for thought as we get started on this series, because if you don't know what you want to fit in and you're just looking at somebody else going, wow, they get so much done in a day, they're doing the stuff they want to do. Maybe it's not the stuff you want to do, right? So maybe you just go, oh, actually, I'm getting a lot done in a day too, because I'm getting everything I want to get done. And then you're winning. So think about that as we get started. If there is something you want to fit in, let me know. If there's something that you really wish you could fit in a day, if you're looking because you just cannot figure out how to fit in meal planning on Sundays or on the weekend to get your groceries done, or you cannot figure out how to fit a 30-minute workout in every day, or you cannot figure out how to, I don't even know. If there's something that you want to figure out how to fit in, post it in the comments below. Let's chat about it. Let's figure it out. Maybe there's something that you can just, having a sort of objective third party come in and look at that, you can go, oh, wait a second, actually, I don't have to do it this way. I could look at this differently. So there you go. That is the first of a series about fitting it in. I am going to talk about sleep. I am going to talk about workouts. I am going to be talking about meal prep. I am going to be talking about self-care and downtime, because as I said, being an extroverted introvert, I need my downtime. I need my quiet time. So, you know, thinking about all of those things, I'm going to come back on and probably once a day and do a blog post about it as well, just to keep it going and hopefully provide some value for you guys. So have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.